Hello, welcome back to Fifth Entertainment for my review of 2022's Black Adam on 4K UHD. We're going over the plot of the film, Joel's opinion of the film, my opinion of the film, any problems I may have with the film, and then something that we'll address is missed opportunity that we were robbed of due to the post-credit scene at the end of the film, as well as give the movie a ranking. Maybe go a little bit into what was originally planned after this movie came out. Well, steelbook, so those plot synopsis. So I'll just do it my way. An ancient supernatural anti-hero is awakened when a revolutionary woman who was searching for an ancient relic is attacked by dictating force who claims to take over the cradle civilization in her holy city or country, whatever it is. And behold, Black Adam, played by Dwayne Johnson, aka The Rock, is being hunted down by the Justice Society, which is a group of superheroes that kind of are linked to the same organization behind the Suicide Squad, are in pursuit to basically imprison this awakened super anti-hero. Full of action and thrills from beginning to end. This movie is pretty good. And oh yeah, the main villain, basically, at the end of it all, our anti-hero has to battle it off with basically a demonic supernatural villain to follow his powers. And if he fails, then obviously all darkness on earth. But yeah, this one was produced by both Warner Brothers and New Line Cinema, due to the fact that Black Adam is a part of the Shazam sort of lore, because it's the same forces, same supernatural wizards that gave him his powers and stuff. The film also stars Pierce Brosnan, in my opinion, in a pretty good role. Now, the world's opinion. The world actually kind of liked this movie. This movie wasn't exactly a box office flop. It wasn't exactly a big blockbuster. It certainly wasn't a box office flop, that's for sure. And I would definitely say that this film does kind of have a few issues with me. And now let's go into my opinion. I feel that this movie lacks the character development that we basically have in most of these DC films. It's mostly an action set piece after action set piece with very little character development. I mean, it's just simply he's a unstoppable force. People are afraid of what he could do. You have these, the Justice Society going after him. You have a supervillain. This kind of feels almost like a generic 1980s action comic book movie that should have existed in the 80s. It kind of goes on that vibe. And that's really one of the problems I have with the film. Another, which I'll get to a little bit later. But let's go ahead and talk about kind of the the visual quality of the cinematography and just the overall look of the movie. This movie looks pretty damn good. It has a very, very good high quality in terms of how they filmed the movie. It's a beautiful looking movie. I can definitely tell you that. And the visual effects in the film are top notch. Obviously, I'm not talking about 4K quality, but yeah, this will definitely make you happy if you're into that type of thing, like I am, which is why I prefer 4K versions over 2K, regular Blu-ray. Now let's go ahead and talk about the controversies, which is going to bring up to the other issues I have with the film. This film was way, way, way overhyped. People were talking about Black Adam like it was the greatest thing ever, and this right here is what's going to save the DC universe somehow. And well, it's really not all that it was hyped up to be. It's a good action movie, I can tell you that. Certainly a good action movie. It certainly is a decent comic book movie, but it's no masterpiece that everybody was claiming that it was. Now let's talk about what could have been. And this right here is just a good example about how Hollywood just promises things and then they disappoint you. And very disappointing. The controversy behind this film. Henry Cavill actually replenished his role as Superman in a post-credit sequence in this movie. And at the same time, while the movie is being promoted, it was said that Superman was going to make a appearance in Black Adam. And it was publicly announced that Henry Cavill was back to play Superman for about 4 more movies or something like that. At least 2 or 3 projects. Then, quite literally, right as this movie went on the big screen, right before it got released onto the big screen, it was announced that James Gunn took over the DC universe and he owns it now, and he fired Henry Cavill. He is no longer Superman. And like I said with the Suicide Squad, which didn't come out that much before this movie came out, everybody was really into accepting the sour taste in their mouth that the DC universe, as we have been watching it since 2013, is over. And this one was really a big knife to the back on this one, because when people went to the theaters to watch this movie, they knew that it didn't work out what was supposed to happen. And this is what was hinted and what was kind of a very missed opportunity if they would have continued to make this version of the DC films instead of going ahead and calling it quits. I mean, quite literally the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The last 5 movies I'm going to be reviewing after this one is literally it. At that point, the future of DC Universe, nobody knows how it's going to work out. But what was hinted, if they would have continued, is a Superman versus Black Adam movie. And honestly, that would have been amazing. Nope. Didn't happen. Now let's go ahead and give the movie a ranking. This one will actually have a lower ranking than most of the films I've been reviewing lately. I give Black Adam, I'd say just 2.5 stars. I'm sorry, people can get mad at me about that, but 2.5 stars, that's what I'm giving it. I don't particularly think that is a great movie. I don't consider it a bad movie. And I think it's a little bit better than a good movie. And so is getting a almost great movie score. So it's almost a great movie. It is a little better than a good movie. So it's getting the 2.5 stars rating. And I think I addressed why. It just feels like a generic 1980s action adventure film with supernatural themes that just happens to have comic book adaptation of a DC property in it. That's really how I would look at it. There's nothing really special to be had and behold with this movie. I really think that they marketed this movie the wrong way. They should have just marketed this movie just an artsy movie, like all the other DC films, but they made this such a big thing, and it just doesn't work out the way that they planned it. Well, that's all there is to say about Black Adam from 2022. I hope you enjoyed. And I say check the film out, even if it does have a 2.5 stars rating with me. It's still worth watching. You'll still have fun. I had fun watching this movie. I didn't hate this movie. And something I don't usually talk about or ask, but please feel free to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more content and more videos. Maybe drop a comment below. Say, Foos, you're delusional, you're full of shit, whatever you want to do. Drop a comment below. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Until then.